Naruto.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Thanks for joining us here today in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final round of the Wells Fargo Championship. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Well, if history has a chance of repeating itself, remember those great closing rounds by Rory McIlroy? That 62, that was one of the best rounds ever shot that year, back in 2010. And of course that playoff too, Ricky Fowler back in 2012, where he actually beat out then world number one Rory McIlroy with that stunning drive down the finishing hole and brilliant wedge to a tight flag. This golf course, it can give it, it can take it away, but for us, from where we're sitting, Rich, we'll enjoy the view today.
No doubt about it. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. He'll take par and move on. Frank, a nice mix of opening holes here at Quail Hollow in the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
180-yard shot will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side.
I like the looks of this one. This hole really sets up well for the player.
Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today.
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. Two, that the fairway starts to run out. And three, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here. Well, when he goes after it like he is here, Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Wow, Frank, look at that one run out.
Let's get it. Let's go.
That tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has it. Back over now to the fourth. As we check in on this early final round action, we join our featured golfer off to a hot start.
Yeah, some great golf. I really like the way they've been playing right now. Certainly playing aggressive golf, and that's getting rewarded today too. If there's a little bit of timidity at the top there, then there's this great opportunity that's going to open up, especially over those closing few holes.
Frank, as we look at the second shot here at the fourth, what's the best chance for a birdie?
A nice high floating second shot would be the ideal go here, Rich, just pitching slightly right of the flag, but you cannot afford to miss the screen on the right.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Good effort and good par putt. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be reachable for most players, don't you think?
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the draw, it will be. But the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right. And it sort of turns at that awkward area where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Now the second shot to the par 5. Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Wow, Frank, this is all you want in a par 3. 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in a PGA championship. Fortunately, the hole plays a little bit downhill, but 250, whichever way you cut it, is a big par 3.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. This will be a 14-foot putt here. that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5-7.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
That is just a beautiful shot.
Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. This has been a tee to green clinic. Absolutely perfect. Everything coming off the center of the club face and everything in regulation. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 532-yard par 5-7.
In today's game, 530 plus change you'd think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side of the green. Bunkers left. This is not for the faint of heart.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Makes the putt for a birdie. Well, Frank, what do you think of the 9th hole here at Quail Hollow?
Oh, I think it's a beauty, Rich. One of those long, nice drawing tee shots. 500 yards is a par 4. You have to hit a good drive down there. The fairway doesn't camber that much. Hole does dogleg to the left. Big advantage for a big tee shot here. Oh, I like that.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's full melody now.
Good putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are set at Quail Hollow for the backside, the 10th hole, Frank, 469 yards.
And a nice par 5 where a good drive means that you can reach this par 5 and 2. Just try and avoid that bunker down the left. Second shot's going to play a little downhill. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Kind of a tricky read. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Frank, on this backside at Quail Hollow, a player does have a good chance to get off to a good start with that par 5 10th and now relatively short par 4 11th, where a player with a good drive could stick a short iron in their hands.
Yeah, this is one you're going to have to make a decision. You can just play this as a straightforward dogleg left par 4 and hit a 3-wood or a long iron up there and 9-iron or something like that into the green. Or, if you want it, you can try and blast a drive around the corner. I don't know if that's the more prudent play, but it's fun.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
All right, eagle.
Sensational
Ooh,
shot
that was
right there,
close.
Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Count it. That's a birdie. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right. And then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know your line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Well, this is a challenging second shot here to the par 4 12th.
It's almost like two greens, Rich. That ridge that goes through the middle about the halfway point, 18 to 20 yards. Anything over that will kick on, and anything short of that runs back to the front.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. This is a cross-country special. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Putt for par. He needs one. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Now to the par 3 13th hole. Frank, this one 210 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. Has a front right portion. There's a roll-off area in the middle, and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
They'll take it. That's a par. Wow, Frank, this is a really good little par 4, isn't it, the 14?
It is, and this is where one of those strong three-woods comes in. The last 50 or 60 yards as the ball kicks down and towards the left, and it sounds like an aggressive play, but like a hard three-wood trying to run it down there is actually not a bad play.
Is it drivable?
It is drivable, but it's whether it's worth the risk.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in one.
Really. This is an awkward length.
What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, that final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Really powering up here.
Whoa, that is long.
Well, Frank, this is always a critical moment in the round. The 15th, the second shot to the par 5. What's your best advice?
Well, I'd actually look at the green first. You can see there's so many undulations, humps and hollows on this green. So when you look now at that second shot, you realize it's got to be hit up very, very quickly and land in whichever specific section that you're trying to hit at.
Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department. Rich, that was a heat-seeking missile. That is out there.
You make it look so easy, and we know it isn't, but when you hit tee balls that long and that straight, it does make the game kind of simple.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
This for par. Did the job right there. Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has that plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides that hole into really half the size of what a normal par 4 should be. That makes it hard. The bunker on the right is your bailout area, just over 290 yards to get past that, and then the narrowest green that still sits up against the lake. This is just a brutal finish.
315. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This is to win the Wells Fargo Championship. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Frank, year in, year out, the Wells Fargo Championship is one of the best on the PGA Tour. This year, it didn't disappoint.
No, it didn't. For a number of reasons, really. The quality of the field, Rich, but more importantly, from my point of view, the quality of the golf. Quail Hollow extracts the best out of a player. It demands it. And we saw that today.
For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long. Until next time.
Hey, 82nd PGA Tour win. Nice. That is the record. That's tied for the most right there of all time PGA Tour wins. Let's get it. Let's go. I am amazing. I got it. I'm tied for the most wins ever on the PGA Tour with 82. Just like 82 games in the basketball season. Nice. Oh yeah, Tiger Woods got that record also. So yeah, it's amazing. Nice. SSD has it too. Emmanuel Renard ties Sam Snead for most wins of all time. Emmanuel Renard moved into a tie with the legendary Sam Snead. Oh, yeah, by the way, today is November 8th, 2019. Emmanuel Renard moved into a tie with the legendary Sam Snead on Sunday after a victory at Wells Fargo Championship, the 82nd of his career. This is an amazing honor, Nara said. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be able to win this much at this level. I did though. CBC Naruto over and out. And also shout out to Disney Plus coming out in 4 days on November 12, 2019. That's gonna be amazing. Also, all the Disney movies on there and maybe different shows. I know they're doing movies, Disney movies, things like a streaming service. You know, movies like Captain Marvel gonna be on there, Avengers Endgame. This Captain Marvel's gonna be on there, Avengers Endgame. Like those two separate movies. Anyways. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing overall, and it's exciting. And also, Sora, Disney Square Enix put together, Disney Square Enix combined as Kingdom Hearts franchise, and Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's get him on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's time. He should have been on there already, so let's get it done. He should have been on Super Smash Bros. Like 10 years ago. So it's way overdue. Let's get him on there. I want him on there. It's necessary. Like I said, he should be on there like 10 years ago, and yeah, that's it. With all that being said, oh yeah, shout out to the Veterans Day weekend also. Veterans Day on November 11th, 2019, and yeah, shout out to that. And with all that being said, CBT Naruto over and out.